Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday podcast, he says with a question mark, because it's a little bit weird today. Yesterday, it was just the Casey and Kel podcast. Today, we welcome back from her extended holiday in Queensland, one Lucy Holmes. Hello, Lucy.
Hello.
Hello, Casey.
Hi. I think you might have just heard me whispering my name, Lucy.
I wasn't going to say anything, but before we started to record the podcast, Lucy and Casey were at each other's throats. Yeah. You need to explain what you're arguing about.
Okay, so we're arguing because we both have been updating a spreadsheet, and I believe I updated a certain part of the spreadsheet with something important, and she's saying she did it. So I've just gone onto the version history and it says that I've done it, and she's still disagreeing with me. The only thing I can think of is that we've both written it at the exact same time. I agree. And that's what we've done.
It's like two A+ students arguing about who's got the better project.
Can I just say how funny it is that Lucy knows how to go into the back end of Google Sheets to find out who wrote what? Like, who knows how to do that? Off by heart, she knew.
No, I didn't know.
If I know anything about my wife, it's she will go to any length to prove that she was right.
I know.
Anyway, look, we both the problem is we're both working hard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Can I say you both?
We're working hard. You're hardly working. It all evens up.
Well, I was just going to leave the podcast to you two because you two haven't seen each other for a week, and normally that's just a non-ending conversation about everything and all things at once.
Did you have a good holiday?
I did. It was relaxing.
Great.
Did stuff to the house.
Did you get some good sleep? I just need to ask. Did you get good sleep?
We spoke about this. Yeah, I got good sleep.
Weren't you listening to the show yesterday when it was Casey and Kel for breakfast?
Listen to the last hour.
And you gave me anxiety. Anyway.
What did you rate the show yesterday when you listened to it?
I thought it was really great, and I was really proud of you both. You were not speaking over each other. There was lovely energy. There was a lot of back and forth. It was great. Well done.
Lucy sent a photo and she said air checking, which means she's listening to the show. And that made me so scared. And
it's literally the worst thing you can do.
And then I started
person.
texting the show, and then no one even read my text out.
Because we're busy.
Because Kel didn't tell me to.
Do you know what I really wanted? I wanted you to call me and have me live on the show.
Really?
Why didn't you do
that?
That is a lie.
It's so true.
It's not a lie. She would definitely be like,
well,
I want to be a part of this.
I just thought, I'm not going to force myself into my own show.
But the least they could do
is call me.
Have me on. Anyway, you're here now with your own podcast.
True.
I interrupted. Casey did talk about sleeping, and we tried to work out whether or not it was a good idea to keep your sleep schedule when you're on holidays, or do you do the cheeky sleep in and mess it all up? We've landed on the fact you've got to keep the schedule.
You really do have to keep schedule. I tried my best in Queensland. It didn't quite work because I kind of went to bed just a wee bit later, and then I woke up a lot later. And so last night was just a bit of a hot mess. I couldn't get to sleep, and then this morning I got up so early, so I've only had 6 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry about
sleep.
That. The fun thing out of the conversation we had yesterday was when Riley text messages Casey and says good morning. What time of the day do you think that is on Riley's holiday? What's a good morning?
If it is 10 o'clock, I'm going to punch the wall.
What time was it, Casey, you received a good morning from your husband?
When I was on the way home from work.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Riley.
A couple of times. But yeah, mostly.
He's living his best life.
Riley.
He is. Well, he's so exhausted being a teacher.
That's
Kids
right.
these days, am I right?
That's right.
Okay,
Teachers have it tough.
The teachers are the superstars.
I wouldn't survive being a teacher. Yeah. Could you imagine being a teacher? Could you imagine?
No, I couldn't imagine being a teacher. Oh, no, I could imagine being a high school teacher and be the cool one they all loved.
Yeah, that's
best friends.
The
girls confided in me.
Do you think your husband, Riley, I know we make this podcast about Riley a lot, but I'm fascinated by the man. Do you think he is a strict teacher, or is he more like one of those teachers that all the kids love because he's the fun one?
He's the fun one. When he first started his full-time PE gig, he would do like arm wrestles with the kids.
Arm wrestling isn't PE.
And then during recess, and then one of the kids was like to his mum, "Hey mum, like me and Mr. Bentley arm wrestled and I won." And then I think the mum was like, "Arm wrestling?" And then another teacher found out and met with Riley and said, "You're not allowed to play with the kids during recess.
You can't arm wrestle the primary school children."
So Riley is extremely fun, but the school doesn't allow that much fun.
Oh, that's a shame.
Riley's the one that would wheel the TV in and play Mr. Bean episodes.
He played Toy Story leading up to number 5 for them.
I loved that.
Exactly, that's who he is.
I love that teacher. Didn't you have a teacher? Everyone had a teacher who played guitar. Did you have a teacher who played guitar?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone had a teacher that sat on the table and played guitar for some reason in grade 3.
Had a moustache and long hair.
And all the girls in grade 3 are like, "I'd like to marry Mr. Smith."
Aww.
Well, that's good news. And yes, shout out to all the primary school teachers. and secondary school teachers because it's a job that I could never do. Anyway, it's great to have you back, Liz.
It's really great to be back, and I'm ready for a great week of radio. I am hanging for a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea right now.
Again, we did say yesterday, and this was a revelation that Casey had yesterday. Tell me if this is true. The worst thing about having Casey do your job while you're away is that we don't have a Casey. Does that make sense to you? Even Casey was like, I wish somebody would get me a cup of tea or a coffee right now.
Yesterday.
But we didn't have a Casey to do that because she was on air doing your job.
Oh.
So what we need a couple more Caseys. Do you think we could find another Casey?
No, there's no one like
There's no
Casey.
one like
She's
me.
remarkable.
She's
There's
sold
no
out.
Gen Z like Casey.
You've never been more sold out on a person
She's
in
the
your
greatest
life.
girl. And you know what? I've realised, I think I see her as, like, we're friends, we're colleagues. I must see her somewhere, the deep recesses of my heart, as a daughter, because the whole holidays I kept calling Shiloh Casey.
Yes.
I go, Casey, Shiloh. And then I showed Shiloh a video of me fixing Casey's fringe, and Shiloh goes, she really is like your daughter, Mum.
Oh, it's
How
true.
did
That's
Shiloh
so
fare with that?
She was fine because if there's someone who loves Casey second to me, Shiloh adores Casey. She loves her. She's very defensive of her. We once saw like a Light FM website or banner, and it had everybody that's a host. Casey wasn't in it, and my daughter was unimpressed. She was like, "Where's Casey? Who can I speak to?" And I said, "Well, she's not one of the hosts." And Casey and Shiloh. See, I did it again. And Shiloh's like, "That's not good enough." She's Casey's number one fan.
Do you think this is a regular occurrence? Did you have anyone in your life growing up who was like a surrogate mum? So you love your mum,
Yes.
but was there somebody else in your life that maybe had that sort of motherly figure? Because I feel like you're a motherly figure to Casey.
Yes.
Because I just dropped stuff in the studio.
Early days at the Light, there was a lady called Cassie, who was really fabulous and a bit older than me, but had a bit of a motherly figure to me and helped me through some
I
tough
didn't realise.
times.
I worked with Cassie for 4 years.
Yeah,
and I
and
didn't realise she had that effect on you.
Yeah, I adored Cassie. I still do. If Cassie, if
Cassie-
you're listening,
was one of the greats. She's the most street smartest individual I've
Yeah.
ever met in my life.
I loved her and I looked up to Cassie a lot. She did the drive show and I was young and, she was probably 10, 15 years older and she just helped me through a lot of tricky stuff in life. Yeah. She was awesome. And then later on in life, there was a lady who has left an indelible print on my life who was very much like a mother figure who I just lost a few weeks ago.
Beautiful woman.
A beautiful woman, and she was very special to me. So I'm very lucky. I know there's probably been others as well.
I know we normally have those sorts of conversations around Mother's Day, but maybe later in the week we could talk about that because I think that is a definite. I don't know if guys have that. I mean, some guys might have like a fatherly figure in their life that's not necessarily their father.
Maybe.
Did you have like a godmother, Casey, or some sort of auntie or somebody that was more mum than your mum? I've met your mum.
was
Your mum's
mum.
a lot.
Mum was mum.
Yeah, mum's mum.
In
There's
a great
period of-
way.
My sister, maybe mum, because she was my older
totally.
sister, and
my
I would trust her with
My
things.
sister probably had moments of trying to mum me.
Yeah.
And my best friend, in fact, when I went through a period of time through my divorce and I was really depressed, and I lived with my best friend and her family, there was a period of time where she really took on a mum role, and we knew that at the time. But thankfully, after that really bad period of time of depression, when I came through all of that, we went back to being best friends, which was obviously a healthier dynamic and what we both wanted. But she knew there was a period of time, a couple of years, where she really was the mum role. Like, you're not eating, I'm going to feed you. You know, I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to take you to this appointment. I didn't have any money to pay for a lawyer. She's like, I'm paying for the lawyer. So she really was my mum for a couple of years, and we both knew that at the time. And I look back and I'm very humbled that she took on that role because that's what I needed. And that's, I guess, what a best friend does, right?
Extra points to that best friend because after I picked you up from the airport, you got a text message from Schmegan out of the blue saying, welcome home.
Yeah, because we know each other's business.
She knew exactly when you were arriving
Well, we
home.
track each other. And so I can see where she is in the world and she can see where I am. So she would have tracked me, seen I was coming home from the airport. And so she's like, welcome home.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I know, she's the best.
And
She's
there
the
is-
best friend.
She's the best.
And there
she's
is
amazing.
no more motherly energy than tracking somebody on your mobile
Correct.
phone.
Yeah.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Today, the 14th of July, is where we celebrate Bastille Day, everybody. Vive la France! To the ramparts!
Revolution!
I believe that's what Bastille Day is all about. I believe it's the start.
Stormed of Bastille, yeah.
I think they broke into a prison and then Viva la Revolution! And now you got France. That's my summation of Bastille
Do you
Day.
hear the people sing?
It's
singing
not-
the songs of angry
Bastille Day is
men.
not when
It
Les
is
Mis
the-
was
no,
written.
No, Les Mis, people think it's about the French Revolution. It was not. It was about the student uprisings prior
All right.
to the French Revolution.
Okay, let's not get into the Les Mis of it all.
Sorry.
Let's celebrate the fact that all things French are being celebrated today. And I thought that was a great conversation to have because I've never been to France.
Oh, I have.
I know you have, and that's why I wanted to have a conversation.
wasn't
All I
very
ever
long.
hear from people who go to France, nothing against the French. They either love it or because France and Paris have been built up so much in the culture and the history and the society of the world, sometimes they come away with a bit, wasn't as amazing as I thought it was.
Oh.
But I think Paris, France has to sort of live up to a very big expectation of the things you've read in books and the things you see in movies. I do know one thing for sure. Everyone that comes back from France tells me that there are no toilets. If you want to go to the toilet in France, good luck.
I can't recall
Because you
that.
can't just walk into a restaurant and go to a toilet like you can here. You can't go into a local McDonald's. There's just no toilets in France. Go in your hotel room if you're lucky enough to have a toilet in the hotel room, but that's it. So I'm just assuming people in France don't go to the toilet.
Where do they go to a oui oui?
Hey, you got to warn me about that stuff.
Oh, that was a good one.
I know, but I don't know where the boom tish has gone.
Oh, well.
We talked about this yesterday with Casey and Kel. I've come back after a week from holidays and I don't know where any of the sound effects have gone. So.
I
But
came
that was
back
very
after a
funny.
week and it's sticky on my desk.
What we should we do a Lucy list this
Well,
morning?
you haven't asked me about my thoughts on
Well,
France.
I'm going to via the Lucy list, via a list with your name on it. Here we go.
The Lucy List.
Favourite things about au français
En français.
on Bastille Day, everybody.
First of all, the Notre Dame, the cathedral.
You've got a lot of those things, and I don't know anything. But yes, Notre Dame,
Yes.
they've got the Louvre.
Yes. Let me
They've
let me power through some stuff.
Okay.
So Notre Dame I went to and I wept.
Somebody's been to France, everybody.
I wept on the stairs of Notre Dame because I love Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So not because of the actual
No, because
Notre
it's
Dame.
just beautiful, and I wanted to bang on the door and go, sanctuary, please give a sanctuary, because that's in the first part of Notre Dame. And I wept. It was before it burnt down. Then also...
Have they fixed that?
They have.
Yeah, they rebuilt the whole
They
thing.
rebuilt it, yeah,
That's
the
pretty good.
facade. Also, the Louvre, amazing.
Yep.
You know, it just looks like that glass pyramid, and then it's underground. And I saw the Venus de Milo.
Right.
I was like a meter away from the Venus de Milo. And of course, then you go see the Mona Lisa, very small.
This is what I'm saying. People go to France
it's okay,
sometimes.
but
and
the
they're like-
Louvre is still brilliant and breathtaking.
A lot of people walk away from the Eiffel Tower. How'd you feel?
Loved it. Saw it when it was all sparkly.
Bigger than you thought? Smaller than you thought?
Bigger.
Really?
Yeah,
a lot
bigger.
of people walk away going, oh.
No, bigger. I really loved it. I love the way that France is laid out, this grid system, the River Seine, and all like the...
They've got the world's biggest roundabout, don't they? With all those cars
the Arc
going
de
around.
Triomphe.
Yeah, going around in a
it's not the
circle.
world's biggest, but it is a busy
No,
one.
but I'm just saying, it looks like the world's
every
biggest
cafe
roundabout.
looks like a French cafe, like those little black and white bistro chairs at the front.
Every cafe in France
Looks like a French
looks
cafe.
like a French cafe.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, no, hear me out. You hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
It's... You go to Melbourne and there might be a Vietnamese cafe and then a fish and chippery and then a
Yeah.
Italian.
You're saying there's no Thai takeaway in France?
No, that's what I'm saying. Everything's a French cafe. I did try and order a pain au chocolat at a cafe, and if you don't speak French, they don't love you very much.
No, they just look. The French know what they know and love what they love.
I also did the worst thing possible. Oh, one other thing I love in French is...
in French.
In French. Is that the cool people
That's
call
very
it?
French of you.
Euro Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Euro Disney's cool.
Yeah,
it's
they-
a good size. It's not too big. You can get around it in a day.
Based on the attitude of the French, I am surprised that Euro Disney got the green light.
Well, Mickey's sitting there with a cigarette going, oh, come in or not come in, I don't care. Get out of here.
He's got a long twirly moustache.
And he's just rude to the kids. I did something you shouldn't do, though. Bought something on the side of the street I shouldn't have bought, which is apparently the worst thing you can do if you're a tourist to France. But my friends, I did buy myself a beret. And you're not meant to buy a beret in France. Because the French are like,
Would that-
oui, oui, silly.
Would that come under the title of cultural appropriation
Well, no,
these
they're
days?
selling it in France.
Okay, so it's a
they're
tourist.
selling
It's a tourist item.
It's a tourist item. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
all right.
They want you to buy it, but then if
But
you
French-
wear it, they'd look at you and be like, what are
French-
you... Mickey's there going, what are you doing wearing a beret, you silly girl? Take it off.
My question is, as much as you're enjoying French Mickey, my question is,
Wait till I get to French Minnie.
are French people wearing the beret just because?
No one's wearing
Yeah,
a
it's
beret
like-
in France.
Yeah, it's like us wearing a Kubra. We don't do it.
No.
Right.
It's like walking around the didgeridoo. We're not doing
Gotcha.
that.
Gotcha.
Also, the other thing, I went and saw the Moulin Rouge in France.
The biggest question I've
Because
got.
you can. And it was very disappointing.
The
That's for
biggest
another day.
question I have for you, because you have been to France and we are celebrating Bastille Day today. It's very... Sounds a bit Russian there. But anyway, it's very French, and the thing that you would do, wouldn't you go to one of your French cafes immediately as soon as you land and ask for a croissant?
Croissant.
Did you have a French
I
croissant?
had a pain au chocolat, just
Okay.
a French.
Chocolate croissant.
Yeah.
But was it like everything?
No.
Oh, see, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't do something magically French with it?
No. I've got to say, I've had better croissants here
Oh.
in Melbourne. At the beautiful
Controversial.
Vietnamese bakery down from my house, do a better croissant. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. I'm not going to lie about croissants. I'll lie about many things. That's
would
a joke.
you be taken to the Bastille? Would you go to jail if you asked for a croissant?
Oh, they wouldn't even look at you.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse would come out with a cigarette. What are you doing? That's not how you pronounce croissant.
Look out for Lucy's one-woman show as French
Or
Mickey
French
Mouse.
Mickey.
Hey, everybody, it's Bastille Day. Maybe you are French. Maybe you've been to France. Maybe you love Paris. Maybe you've seen the Eiffel Tower. Maybe you have never been to France, but you'd love to go. Maybe you'd like a croissant. I just thought we'd very quickly talk all things French.
Adrian in Quebec says, I've just had a yo play from Coles. Adrian is
Well,
a resident funny man.
You know, I've never really thought about that. We should associate most yogurts with the French. Maybe it is a thing.
Yes.
I don't know where yogurt comes from. I don't know where it originates. Maybe it is in France.
Yes.
Is Yoplait actually...
Yes.
So here's my mind is now blown. Is Yoplait not a brand name? Is it just French for yogurt? Is that what Yoplait is? Or is it a brand name? Again, we're doing a deep dive and I'm asking questions without
No,
notice.
it's not a word.
Oh, okay.
It was two brands that came together.
Okay.
Coplay and Yola, and then they went to
Okay.
Yoplay.
So it was more sort of high-level CEO stuff. It wasn't like it's just the French word for yogurt.
No, it's not
Great.
at all. It's just businesses merging. It's a
Well, you
business
know what?
merger.
I said to celebrate Bastille Day, and there's worse things you can do than, and I'm not suggesting this because not a station sponsor, but there's always Yoplait if you'd like to
There's
just
always
pay,
Yoplait.
if you'd just like to pay homage.
There is another message here from Brian in Fentry Gully who sent me a photo. He goes...
Looks delicious, whatever it is.
He sent me a lovely photo. He goes, I can't find these things here. They melt in your mouth. I can't pronounce the name. It's something like croquettes. Is it a croquembouche? Is that what that is?
Croquembouche, is that French?
Yes.
There was a very big period, I'm going to say in the middle noughties, maybe late 90s, where every wedding,
was a
every
croquembouche.
single wedding
Yeah.
was a croquembouche.
I think what you're eating is a croquette or a croquet, which is a deep fried roll from France, and it's
How would the French say it?
beautiful. Croquet.
Croquet.
No,
No? Okay.
no. That looks very nice indeed. We have a text here from Steve who goes, French cheese, nothing better than proper French brie. Yes.
Oh, that is French?
Yes.
Is champagne also French?
Champagne is a region of France
I know,
where
that's
they
the-
made champagne.
and you're not allowed to say champagne.
And now you can't call champagne
Yep.
champagne unless,
Unless
it's
it's
from
champagne.
champagne. You have to call it now Prosecco,
Yeah.
which is wild.
It's like if a drink came out of Baldwin North and that's all you could call it. No one
Baldwin
else,
North.
No one else was allowed to call it Baldwin North.
Mark says, I love French cars. I don't own one, but I've always loved Peugeots.
And is it the Citron, I
Yes,
believe?
Citron as well.
There you go. People love the French stuff. Let's welcome Marlene from Taylor's Hill. Good morning, Marlene.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, madame.
Bonjour, madame.
Happy Bastille Day. All,
Happy Bastille
all
Day.
things French. Are you weighing in on the fact that Lucy didn't rate the croissants in France?
Yeah, I have to agree with her. About 24 years ago, we were young and went around Europe, and I actually preferred the croissants at a convenience store in the UK that was across from our dodgy hotel
Yes.
than I did in Paris.
Do you think-
Yes, isn't
is
that weird?
Are they objectively bad, or
No,
are we just
they're
expecting? We're just
they're
expecting too much,
nothing.
Marlene.
They're just
Normal.
Yeah, they're just normal.
They're just normal.
Were you expecting them to be otherworldly as well, Marlene?
Butterly, flaky,
Yes.
soft, melt in your mouth, and crunchy all at the same time. But,
Yeah.
you know, I found that at, like a 7-Eleven.
Did it leave an impression on you, though? Because everyone goes, if you go to Paris, if you go to France, it does leave an impression on you. Did you love it when you were there?
You have to have the hot chocolate in front.
Ooh, chocolat.
Chocolat.
Thank you, Marlene, for bringing all things French to
Merci
Bastille Day.
beaucoup, Marlene.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
We had a week off for the Lucy and Kel Brekkie shows. So Lucy, myself and producer Casey all getting a week off in the middle of the winter school holidays. And Lucy had the right idea, heading up to Queensland to visit the parents and spend a week there. Was that
Yes,
delightful?
It was so lovely. I got to see my beautiful parents. I got to see my girlfriends of 36 years or so. We've been best mates, and all their daughters who are all the same age as my daughter. So that was extraordinary.
Shout out to your best friends. They're living the toughest life up there on the Gold Coast. That must be very hard for them.
It was really tough. It's very tough for them all. But it was really wonderful, and we enjoyed the weather. I love going back to Queensland. I know it very well.
Who doesn't?
And I grew up there, so it was lovely. And I was also there during the State of Origin, so that was really interesting because
Queenslanders!
everyone was wearing maroon, and then the next day, not a sight of it because
Very sad.
they did not win.
But we don't care about that sort of stuff in Melbourne because it's not a real sport. There, I said it.
Right. Well,
Anyway.
you know what? Don't get my parents started on AFL is all I'll say.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
Can you
Anyway,
believe I had to defend? I defended AFL to my mum and dad, and then I knew.
how'd that go?
Well, I thought, what's wrong with me, first of all? And I was getting very passionate about AFL, and I thought, what are you doing? But it shows that I've become a Melburnian through and through.
It has.
But it was a wonderful trip. There's one thing missing, though.
Buggerlugs.
I missed you.
I was not there. I was at home with the dogs
Yeah.
and the house renovations.
Yeah.
So I spent a week painting, and I officially, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, because poor Casey, every time I go on a holiday, Casey's like, clearly you didn't go on holidays. What did you have to do around the house? And again, I had to say painting. But it is with great pleasure that I let you know that the bedroom is officially painted, everybody. It's all done.
It does look amazing.
So I don't have to do that anymore.
So good.
Tick that off the list. What a great week. And I also, too, did miss my baby, which we thought we'd have a conversation this morning because we know of people, some close personal friends, who go out of their way to have a holiday away from each other every now and then. And you would think that Lucy and I would be absolutely prime candidates for a holiday away from each other because all we do for our entire life is we're married to each other outside of work and we're co-workers here at work.
Correct.
So we never don't see each other.
You live in each other's pockets.
We're together all the time. So if there was a prime candidate for a couple that should take a holiday away from
Yeah,
each
you'd think
other,
it'd be us.
but we've realised about day 2 into our week last week with you up in Queensland and me down here in Melbourne, I know it's going to sound really soppy, guys. It's going to sound a bit cheesy, but we really just missed each other. And we just I wanted Lucy to come home from Queensland. And Lucy wanted me to pack up and move up to Queensland and live there forever.
Are we codependent?
I think we might be. I think we
Is
might.
that such a bad thing?
I don't know. I do not know. But this is what I'm saying. I don't think I would enjoy a holiday away by myself. Maybe in my 20s.
Yeah.
But more often than not, in your 20s, you're not in a relationship anyway. Maybe you're having a holiday by yourself because it's just you.
Can I just say something? I just want to say it on the record. And I had this realisation last night. Every time I've ever visited mum and dad in Queensland, and I've lived in Melbourne since I was about 21 and I'm 47 now. Every single time I've ever visited my mum and dad, when I have left Queensland, I have wept. And mum has wept and I have cried and I've not wanted to leave my parents and come back to Melbourne. Since I married Kel, though, when I'm leaving Brisbane, I just can't wait to come home because Kel feels like my home now. And that's a very new feeling for me. And I just realised even this trip, I didn't cry because I just wanted to get home to Kel. And I've never had that experience in my life before because you make this home for me.
It's all very soppy, what you're saying.
I know, I'm sorry we don't get soppy on this show.
It highlights the fact that you and I are probably not going to go and have a holiday away from each other.
No, can't ever imagine, never.
We know people. I know of a specific individual that will go and have a holiday away from their children.
Yep.
They will take a book.
It's common.
They will go to a beach and they will sit on a beach for a week away from all their family and friends and they can't get enough of it. Mm-hmm. And I would like to talk about today whether or not, and I'm not saying this happens every time, but have you ever or do you occasionally take a break from everyone? Do you say to your partner, hey, babes, you've got the kids this week.
Yeah.
I'm off to Milan or I'm off to Tahiti. Or you might, even if it's just like I'm driving up to regional Victoria to stay in an Airbnb by myself. A holiday by yourself, especially when you're in a family, in a partnership, maybe you're married, maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you've got kids.
Yeah.
Are there people doing that to this day? We know of a couple of people that still actively go on holidays by themselves.
Yeah.
And they swear by it.
Casey, would you go on holiday? Oh, you're a newlywed. You're not even in that headspace now. Okay, picture this, Casey. I've been married 40 years.
You're not asking the right question.
You've got 13 kids. Would you go on holiday by yourself?
The better question to ask Casey is, what does Riley do, Casey?
Riley would holiday by himself.
He would holiday
but
by
I
himself.
couldn't do it. No
Riley
way.
still goes away with the boys.
He
Go
does.
play uninterrupted FIFA.
And
Okay,
But
wrong
you're not
question.
that sort of person, are you, Casey?
No, I miss him like crazy.
No, she's not a solitary gal.
I think there are different types of people. Good morning, Kath.
Good morning, Lucy and Kel. How are you?
Very good. Do you holiday solo? Have you taken a break from family and friends and just gone somewhere by yourself?
I do, but the interesting thing is that I am a single girl and I live by myself. But I work in healthcare and I love people and I'm Auntie Kath to like a million of kids at my church.
Right.
And
So you're very socially connected in your normal day-to-day life. So what's it like holidaying by yourself?
so I'm an introvert, so I actually need like to just get away. And my parents thankfully have a little holiday house by the beach. I'm also a swimmer, so getting down there, back beach at Rye
Yes.
is my happy place.
Yes, Kath, we know of an individual. She does the same thing. She'll go into a beach with a book and not talk to anyone for a week. And she loves it.
I know.
And she
I don't
loves
go
it.
quite that long. I just need a couple of days.
Just a couple of
Just
days
a couple of days
with
to
no people
refill
around.
the tank. Oh,
Thank
it's
you,
good.
Kath. I think you're actually helping a lot of people that might want to do this and not know that it's possible, but you can just disappear for a couple of days and just be by
Do
yourself.
you know what? You can create the life you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to bend to society. You can do what you want.
A lot of text messages coming through as well.
Yes, a great message from Corrine who says, I want to holiday by myself. I want that. She just goes, I want it.
But do you, though? See, I don't think you realise until you try it.
She goes to say, I haven't even been able to go to the toilet by myself for the last 5 years.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, we need to get you away.
If you're raising kids and they're probably anywhere between the ages of 1 and 5, it's probably prime time for people wanting to be by themselves.
Correct. Melissa goes, I couldn't do it. I'd bawl my eyes out constantly. I tell you what, different
That's
horses,
Lucy and
different
Kel.
horses. Yeah, I know. It's all right. Doesn't matter. Nick has said this. I couldn't imagine going away by myself, but my dad does. He actually just took off for 7 weeks and Mum cracks it every time.
7 weeks?
They barely speak the whole time. He goes, but I guess that's the point.
I've-
What? Where is he going?
I have heard of older couples.
7 weeks.
I've heard of older couples. Maybe all the kids have left the house.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
And sometimes older couples are like, I don't want to go where you're going. And the relationship is so strong that they're like, I understand you don't want a part of this. I'm going for 2 weeks to this destination and somebody else goes to another destination. And then that maybe works for them.
Again, you create the life you want,
That's
and
right.
everyone's marriages are very different. And just because some people are joined at the hip, if you want to have separate holidays, you do you, boo. I've always said that.
7 weeks is a stretch,
That's
though.
a long time. Alison goes, we have been married 29 years. We've always holidayed together. We both work from home and spend all our time together. He's not only my husband, he's my best friend, and I love spending all of our time together. Oh, that's beautiful, Alison.
As we have established from the get-go, there are people that can do this and people that can't do this.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
We'll start this conversation by saying Lucy and I had spent a week away from each other on our week off. Not by choice, but obviously Lucy doesn't get to see mum and dad very often,
Yep,
so
and you
she
just
went up
get
to
up there.
Queensland with her darling daughter Shiloh. I was at home for the week with the darling dogs. And when we returned yesterday evening, we had some cool chats about life, and Lucy and I are married, so eventually got into basically what's been happening in life. One of my kids has had a very normal, everyday, regular medical procedure that required our health insurance. There's one thing you can say about Kel. I'm insured
Yeah, he's an insurer, guys.
up
Loves it.
the insurance.
Everything.
So much insurance. Everything's insured.
Yeah. When we got married, I was like, nothing's insured. And Kel's like, no, we must insure everything.
Oh, babes, everything's insured.
He's got everything. He's got ambulance. He's got private. He's like, and
yes.
we have no money because we're just paying it
And
to insurance companies.
I get that, but more often than not, when you need insurance, you're glad you got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of my eldest children needed our health insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and that got us talking about essentially insurance in general, but also just covering the cost of kids.
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about the fact that I'm paying for my eldest kid's mobile phones at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and my eldest child is 20. And then Lucy did some deep diving online about health insurance.
Well, I was just confused because I knew Kel's kids are a bit older, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised our health insurance even covers them anymore. I thought you aged
Isn't
out
there
of
a
health.
rule?
Yeah, I said, don't you age out at 18? Or maybe it's 21, and we were like, who knows?
I thought, just off the top of my head, I thought at the age of 25, I didn't think you as a parent could cover your kids' health insurance anymore.
So I went online and I just had a quick Google last night because we were chatting about it.
Now,
and
this
I
is
thought,
just
how
a Google.
interesting. Quick Google. So this isn't, and it's all different health funds, obviously, and different policies within different health funds. But I popped in our health fund and it said, dependent on your policy, you may be able to have your child, I use the word lightly, but you might be able to have your child on your health insurance until they are 35. And I shouted and I said, are you kidding me?
Technically, and this is a Google, but technically, apparently, you could cover your kids' health insurance to the age that they're 35.
What is going on? That's wild, because I tell you what, I had to get my own health insurance when I was a kid.
Back in my day,
When I worked down the mines, I had to get my own mine health insurance.
I will be on record, there's never been a more back in my day person than Lucy. She is the back in my day representative.
I really am.
Now, this is what I'll say, because Lucy screams out into the universe, the existential crisis. Surely not. Surely parents aren't covering their kids' health insurance to the age of 35. Why would you be doing that? I'll tell you why, because times are different, and all we are hearing right now is how tough it is to be a young person. They can't afford a house. They can't afford to rent. They're living with us until they're 70. All that. So you hear all that stuff, Les. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying I think times have changed a little bit, and maybe this is why insurances are kind of like, yeah, you know what? Instead of the old days where you turn 18 and you just get booted out the door. I mean, I was booted out at 17. I was ahead of the curve. I think a lot of society now is a lot of parents are kind of caring for their kids financially a little bit longer than historically.
But 35.
So the 35 is a bit of a stretch.
Come on. They've got their own kids by 35, some of them.
I guarantee you there are people out there whose kids are in their late 20s still living with mum and dad. Guarantee.
Of course, and I understand that's the way of the world, and I've said to my daughter, you're probably going to have to live with us forever.
So when are you cutting off Shiloh's health insurance? When does that kick in?
When she has a full-time job as an adult.
Okay.
So I think I would cover through maybe uni and stuff, but when they get their own life together.
So 25?
Yeah.
All right, so 25 is the cutoff for health insurance for your kids?
I had to get my own health insurance. Back in those days, I don't think...
But we lived in a different time.
I know.
Where parents were just like, there's the door, use it. And I don't think that was a bad thing.
But see,
I had to get my life together at 17.
But don't think that health insurance companies are trying to do you some favour. They're businesses making money, and I think they've seen, they've read the room, they can see kids that probably aren't going to do it, so they want to take your money for longer.
The ability to be able to cover your kids.
They charge you more, and then they cover you for less, and then you put in a claim and they don't let you have it. Back in my day.
I get the energy, back in my day, lady, but I'm just saying society has shifted, so therefore this is a thing that could happen now. People are allowing this to happen.
I know.
Phones. When is Shiloh paying for her own phone?
As soon as she has a part-time job.
Are we saying 25 again?
No, part-time job.
Part-time job? She's paying for her own phone?
Yes, because you have to learn.
Well done.
You need to learn budgeting. Kel and I come from two very different schools.
I'll be on record. I'm still paying for my 20-year-old son.
Who works
He's got a full-time job.
Full-time. And I think that's wild.
I'm just on a plan. I'm on a plan with my phone and his phone and my eldest daughter's phone. And if I move him from that plan, then I have to pay more money.
In fact, when I was in Queensland with my girlfriends, we were talking to our three daughters who are the same age. We were talking about paying rent when you get a part-time job. And my girlfriends were all the same ilk as me. They all said to their daughters, oh, you'll be paying rent. And all these three 12-year-old daughters all looked horrified. And they were, what do you mean? What happens if we can't afford it? And we were like, no, we'll find a number when you get a part-time wage that is reflective of your part-time
Very quickly,
wage.
We have a young person who works for us. It's Casey. She's 23 years of age. She sees firsthand the back in my day woman every day. Don't you, Casey? You love Lucy.
She loves it.
Casey, you're 23. Mm-hmm. You are fortunate enough to be in a home that you have purchased with your husband.
Yes.
But right now, do your parents cover you for anything, or did they kick you out the door?
No, they don't cover me for anything anymore.
You're an independent.
Yes, they said, so once I turned 18, the phone bills, lots of things were into my hands.
They all got cut off.
Yeah. Once I was 21, Mum said, well, because your sister was cut off at 21, you too. And she said, well, if you do need help, they're always there to support.
Of course. But I will say this. Yeah. Casey has been given this, I believe, a gift from her parents. At 18, figure this out. Get your own phone. Do this. Get your own insurance.
I agree.
And now we have this little thing in front of us, Katie, who's the most put together, clever, wonderful Gen Z you'll ever meet. Because of the way her mum raised her.
Just very quickly, though, Casey, 18-year-old Casey, how did she feel about having to pay for her own mobile phone?
I was traumatized. I hated it. I hated every second.
Rochelle in Whittlesea says, I paid for my son's private health and phone till he was 21. I will continue to have their car insurance in my name until they're 25. They pay for it, but it's cheaper to stay under my name.
There is a lot of that stuff going on.
See, that's great. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All good.
There's sometimes if you change it all up, then they're going to pay a lot more.
Correct.
And even if you've packaged it together, you might have to pay a lot more.
Correct. Beck says, morning to the best Lucy and Kel. I think it's wonderful to help children and young adults. However, you don't want that help to foster entitlement. I think the role as a parent is to teach life skills, and that includes how to manage finances, and that includes from a young age learning how to pay a small bill from a part-time job. That's my 2 cents worth. Love you both. I heartily agree, Beck. What a great way to start. They get a small bill, they've got a little job, and they learn the value of money and how much it takes to work hard to earn the money than to pay that particular portion of the bill. It's how you learn.
You do learn. But again, I want to reiterate, times are different. We're Gen Xers. We grew up differently. We grew up...
I think Beck's advice is timeless.
Yep. I don't know. Entitlement, though, is a big generalisation. I think just people...
I agree.
I think young people just think we've ruined everything. So could you help us out just a little bit, please? Because everything is ruined.
I don't know. You're very defensive of the young ones.
I'm just trying to see it from their point of view.
Travis in Warrigal goes, as a new permanent carer, my view is that when they are old enough to be asking for a phone is when I ramp up the household chores for them to pay for it.
Nice.
He says, though, I think if everything is paid for them until they move out, you're setting them up for a big fall. That's, I think, the key, because they don't understand the value of money or working and saving to pay for your phone bill or your car insurance or your petrol. And then they suddenly out in the wide world, they're like, I didn't know this is how life works. It's about teaching budgetary life skills.
I know I came from a different time, but that was my life. 17, I was looked after by mum and dad. 17 and one day, I was up in Queensland with a full-time job. I'd never paid a bill in my life. And I had to learn. And you learn pretty quickly. I don't think it's like...
I know that just because it worked for you, but that's not... I don't know.
Are we making too much of the educational curve of paying bills? I think you learn pretty quickly about paying bills.
I totally disagree.
Right.
I totally disagree. Totally disagree. William, you had a very different life experience also. William says, I never had health insurance when I was a kid, but I had to pay for my own mobile at 18.
Boom. I think most people are on your side.
Every single text has been on my side so far.
I think most people texting through are 38 plus. I think most people texting through at the moment are well into their 40s.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful podcast with Lucy.
Thank you very much.
And Casey.
Thank you.
And myself. We're off now. We're off to the head principal. We have a mentor. This program, the Lucy and Kel Brecky program and the podcast, has a mentor.
Yes.
An individual who is steeped in commercial radio IQ.
Yes. And just walked past the window. I'm so nervous.
And Lucy loves...
staring at us.
Lucy loves a AAA plus.
I do.
And she wants to give this gentleman a AAA plus, so we'll see how we go. Surprisingly, Casey and I could not care less. But Lucy's very excited.
I care a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah.
He's the biggest thing in radio. He's like the mover and shaker, the maker, the breaker. He's behind everyone who's ever been anything in radio.
I once got good feedback from him and I died.
Yeah.
Hear me loud and clear. I respect everything he says. And that's big for me because I don't respect anyone.
That's terrible, Kel.
But I respect everything he has to say. But will I go to sleep tonight if we don't get an A++? Yes, I will. And on that bombshell, it is time for us to say fare thee well. Have a great rest of whatever time of the day it is for you right now. And until we meet again, everybody.
I'm back.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit of the show.
And bit.